Alright, here we are playing IXION. It's funny, I wanted to play this because when I was playing City Skylines recently, I was looking around. I've been thinking a lot about like O'Neill cylinders and space colonies, and so then I saw this advertised at some point last year before it was out, released over December. I've played through it once or twice already, some failed attempts under my belt. But yeah, I figured I'd give it another shot, another playthrough. So let's see how it goes. I find Norway an interesting choice for this launch site.
We have Tiqqun clearance for shuttle launch. Initiate Stanford protocol.
Flight procedures, check. Guidance go.
EA algorithm online.
Attested safety protocol, check.
Launch control to EMB Charon. All systems are go.
Launch is imminent. Personnel are instructed to evacuate the launch pad.
Few thoughts. It's kind of funny that all three of those separated separately at the same time. But also, Inner Heaven is a fantastic name for a space station. Relatedly, Charon, I don't know if I would want to get on a space shuttle called Charon.
PBS Tiqqun to EMB Charon. You have clearance for final approach. EMB Charon, you have been assigned to Tiqqun Docking Bay.
I will say though that the music in this game is fantastic. Even though
Welcome on board, passengers.
for recording purposes I'm going to turn it off.
Shuttle EMV Charon is now docked. Sector 1 empowered and pressurized. Munchie decontamination protocol online. Disembarkation authorized. Message to crew members. Welcome on board the Tiqqun, property of Dolus Aerospace Engineering Corporation. You will soon be given your assignments, but until then, please continue to wait near the docking bay. We hope you have a productive voyage, and would like to thank you for your contribution towards humanity's future. Administrator, I am Eden, the personal assistant installed on board the Tiqqun.
Hi, Ian.
In accordance with the Munchie Protocol, I have been designed to take into consideration your complete psychological profile so that I may more accurately respond to any needs you may have. My primary purpose is to ensure the Tiqqun's automated systems function efficiently. I will keep track of the tasks that are necessary for you to fulfill your prerogative of reaching Proxima Centauri and carrying out field research, mining operations, manufacturing protocols, and Dolos colonization tests.
Sounds fantastic. Thank you so much.
Administrator, I wanted to introduce you to your first tasks personally. I'm Dolos' cryonics lead, Marduk Council member Giovanni Battista.
Hi, Batista.
So, let's see. Your first objective will be to begin setting up essential infrastructure aboard the Tiqqun, meeting the environmental conditions that are required to support your crew. Having laid these foundations, you will then oversee the installation of the Vol engine and perform a short test jump to Proxima Centauri. Upon arrival, your research teams will carry out a brief survey of local space, gather a few rock and coal dust samples, fire up the colonization protocol, begin building the foundations for mankind's future, yada yada yada. And then you'll come back. Now, in order to achieve this, you'll need to familiarize yourself with the Tiqqun's core functions. It's no big deal. There's the production, stockpiling and distribution of resources, construction, balancing of power output with allocation. Oh, and space exploration, you know, setting out expeditions and all that. Basically, everything needed to establish scientific advancement and harmonious autonomy on board the Tiqqun following the first test of its Vol engine. Eden's gonna display and keep track of your
already
main
been 3
objectives.
cycles.
Oh, and Administrator, don't let the position go to your head. Veneer has insisted to center Dolos' focus on the Tiqqun. But this mission is just in preparation for our next project, the Protagoras. The Marduk Council worked damn hard to pull this mission together ahead of schedule. So, toe the line, do as you're told, and bring the Tiqqun back in one piece. Leave the grand gestures and saving of mankind from ecosystemic destruction to us, okay? One last word of advice. We don't all think like Veneer Dolos. As of yet, no human law has been officially established amongst the stars. That sounds like an opportunity knocking to me.
My first reaction to that was, that's kind of a fucked up way to think. But you know what? If I was on Elon Musk's mission to Mars, I might take that advantage to space him. So. Alright. Much better. Oh, and can I change game tutorials off? I don't need them right now. Perfect. Alright, so I'm just going to do some temporary setup here now. I know that this is not the setup that I'm going to want to go with eventually, but for now, totally works. So basically I have some general ideas about what kind of layouts I like, which I'm going to set them up. And what I'm going to do is probably just do a bit of time skipping, because there's some narrative stuff that I want to make sure that are in the videos, but a lot of the other stuff, like the setup, is less necessary.
Administrator, I have established a connection with Dolos' lead data scientist, Emma Klein.
Cool.
Administrator.
Hi.
Mr. Dolos has made it abundantly clear when it comes to security. Given the importance of the Tiqqun, we must have full control over what is happening inside the station. My name is Emma Klein, Dolos' lead data scientist and member of the Marduk Council. My department have just completed final synchronization between Eden and our data treatment tool, the DLS. The DLS, or Data Listening System, is capable of scanning, recording, and parsing exchanges of any kind. The DLS programming that is a part of Eden will filter all data collected and bring to your attention only the most relevant information. It will also provide you with a condensed overview of any situations that may arise and formulate potential future outcomes. It will permit you to give direct orders without having to go through additional unnecessary paperwork. Eden will then take care of everything via their DLS accreditation, as is often the case with tools produced by my department. I think you'll find that once you start using the DLS, you'll never be able to do without it. Oh, and before I let you go ahead and start writing history, Dr. Munchie, our lead medical expert, wanted me to bring to your attention a possible side effect of vol jumping. Whilst there is a correlation between prolonged space travel and the development of early onset dementia, He believes that a wall jump has the potential to accelerate this process, although this is yet to be proven. His recommendation is for you to immediately send any crew members that are exhibiting uncharacteristic or symptomatic behavior to an infirmary, as these facilities are equipped to treat the mind as well as the body. Remember that all of your actions and choices are being reported by Eden. We are not affiliated with any national or even international organization. The only people that you are answerable to are those of us who sit on the Marduk Council, who represent the collective interests and ambitions of the company.
Gotcha.
Administrator,
Again,
a new
kinda grim.
request awaits your attention.
Ensure access to food. Fantastic. That means I can build this. Again, temporary, because this is super disorganized. First thing I'm going to do, get rid of this. That's why I've stopped collecting all of these, because there needs to be enough room to store all of the metal coming out of this. First few playthroughs, I wanted to make sure that these doors were always accessible, and over time I realized that that's not super necessary. Okay, so I'll rebuild my space dock right over here. And the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to basically lay this out. This is something that I started doing towards the end of one of my playthroughs, where I would basically lay out an entire sector but pause all construction on stuff that was unnecessary.
Administrator, I have an incoming transmission from Marduk Council member Henry Bargeville.
Alright, let's hear what our good friend Henry has to say.
Bonjour, Administrator.
Hi.
What a wonderful day to embrace our fate, don't you think?
Sure.
I am Henri Bargeville, writer, philosopher, lobbyist, but most of all member of the Marduk Council. I have taken the liberty of personally arranging an exchange out of courtesy with the Oceanabe, a ship in high orbit belonging to one of our commercial allies, the Ashtongites. Even though they are a small organization, the Ashtongites are important partners who share the same pragmatic, moralistic, and spiritual outlook as we do. The Oceanabe will provide us with a source of food whilst carrying out the Tiqqun's initial testing. By making it the first exclusive trade partner of the Tiqqun, we will demonstrate to our long-term allies that Dolos wishes for them to share in our successes. Please assign a cargo ship so that we can check the trade routines. Administrator, trust in genetic kinetics. Similar space will reveal the pattern.
Cryptic and weird. The cargo to ship thing took me forever to figure out what am I supposed to do with this on my first playthrough. General layout that I'm planning to go for is 1-2 docking bays, possibly a third. I can't remember if it fits here. 1, possibly 2 probe bays, and then 3 EVA bays for repair. I will definitely order everyone within 12 cycles. Do not doubt me. In fact, how many do we have? That's about to go down. But so 15, 30, 45. That'll take care of that. And let's get you going. Our first ship. And I'm going to build a science ship as well. And here's what I've got to do. There's 12 food available. I just got to tell this ship that he wants to pick that up. While I'm at it, I'm going to prioritize food, but I'm also going to put second priority on basically everything else. Not that most of these will come up. True. I think that's an okay name for a ship. What's the name of our science ship? Heisenberg. Great beam potential. So for at least the first little while, I'm going to have ships, my cargo ships basically coming into here. Eventually when I have a new sector opened up, I will have docking bays there as well, and then I'll just headquarter my science ships and my mining ships in Sector 1, my space sector. Okay, science ship, and my little checklist is telling me to send him to the moon. He'll be there in, like, literally a second.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Summary of intelligence on the abandoned base. The base is out of commission. Auxiliary systems are operational and could be used to restore power. We have reached the UN base. It is abandoned and depressurized. The surveillance system is still operational, awaiting orders. So I am going to exploit the security vulnerability because it's a little bit faster. And we'll see what happens with that. And in the meantime, oh great. I should be planning this ahead a little bit better, but I am not, so what are you gonna do? Tell me what's up, Heisenberg. Great, we got some science out of that. Oh, and I can dismantle the base. I forgot that I get to do both. The base has been dismantled. Although most equipment was damaged, we were able to preserve some usable resources for extraction. Great. So I'm going to stick around here and collect that science. And I'm trying to decide how to lay this out. I'm going to need to build some new solar panels eventually too. That's often a challenge. And it wants me to build a tech lab. And so what I'm going to do, because I'm not going to need this space soon. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, I don't actually need this, and I don't actually want this to be built. But this should block off enough room for my first EVA jobby. This here, oof. Heisenberg has retrieved all science from the moon. I just got that little notification, and so the next thing I'm going to do is send him Saturn is closest and see what is up. And I know that there's a secret little thing that you can do, that you need to have a probe launcher before it will let you do it. Alright, let's see what's going on over here at Saturn. I wish I could. Maybe I can turn off those notifications. You know what? Who cares? A signature trace from an EKP system has been detected from near Saturn. EKP technology is the exclusive property of Dolos, but records indicate that the company has not deployed any missions to this sector. The signature will soon enter the atmosphere of Saturn. I'm going to send a team to investigate.
Administrator, I have an incoming transmission from Dolus' head of medicine, Dr. Abhinav Munshi.
Alright, let's see what Munshi has to say.
Greetings, Administrator. I'm Dr. Abhinav Munshi, Dolus expert in compartmentalism and medicine, and a member of the Marduk Council. I'm glad to finally meet you, even in this digital manner. Your psychological test results were quite impressive. My friend and colleague, Philip Stanford, couldn't be here today. so I will take the role of introducing you to the final stages of the whole engine integration. Before we get into that, however, we would like you to complete the testing station's exploration and enhancement capabilities. You'll then be able to begin researching the EVA airlock and assess its compatibility with the Tiqqun's core systems. I hope that the work of our team will ensure that you are equipped to deal with most situations you encounter up there. Before I leave you, Stanford would like me to remind you that space is a far less fanciful and forgiving environment than science fiction would have us believe. It would be wise to remember that.
Gotcha, old man. Okay, so I'm going to have to construct the Vol engine, which is going to require an EVA airlock. So, it wants me to research that first. And you know what? I might as well. It's only 30, I've got 100. And tell me what's happening out here. A prototype rocket sent by the UN seems to use a variation of EKP. We have stripped it down and recovered schematics. Okay, so the UN has got EKP as well. I forget what EKP means, but it's the Dolos propulsion technology or whatever. Alright, and you can get you to Mars. I can't be too upset with this progress so far.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Tell me about this request. Administrator, reports are being received relating to Rajville climb optimization protocols on board the Tiqqun. They indicate that crew members are being overworked. Although Dolos employment contracts make it clear that a high degree of flexibility is required, this situation is beginning to take its toll on morale. It would be pragmatic to deploy additional crew members to reduce the number of concurrently active workplaces. Yeah, why not? I think I've got the room. So I think my ship is already set up to pick them up. It is. But I will need to make sure that I've got enough housing. Oh, that was fast. They're like literally already here. Is there anything else so far that I haven't built that I want to build? Literally no. Technology EVA airlock has been unlocked. Perfect. And I'm going to build our EVA airlock right over here. And immediately I'm going to research the probe launcher. Next thing I'm going to research, well, I mean, it's the last thing I can research, is the insect farm. The UN has established a facility on Mars. Its crew are currently lacking the materials required to repair a critical fault in their oxygen supply system. They have submitted an official request to Dolos for aid. Repair the fault in exchange for resources, or repair the fault in exchange for research data. Last time, I think I did this, and I'm happy with that decision. Troy's not doing anything right now. Mr. Barton. So, yeah, loading up there. Oh, and that's only one trip, so that's not terrible. There's my EVA launcher. EVA launcher, what am I talking about? Probe launcher. Oop. Oh, no, turn this off, turn this off. Power is going to be a significant problem. Well, I don't need you anyways. My hull is not deteriorating at all. We're getting there. Yeah, we really are. We're getting there.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Good to know. Troy's coming back. The oxygen supply system has been repaired, and the relationship between Dolos and our competitor has improved by 42%. This doesn't actually mean anything. Oh, right, and I should be researching. I'm gonna research. And that wasn't good to me, so I'm gonna research that. And I'm gonna put a line of them down here just for now. Because my long-term plan is Sector 1 is space, Sector 2 is food, Sector 6 is industry. And then the remaining 3, one of them will be a recycling center eventually, and the rest of it is just like population and administration. Eventually this will be moved. But yeah, that's the dream. Can I afford to turn you on? 6 power, I can. So, build me a probe. Actually, you know what? I've got enough materials that I can just keep one in the chamber ready to go. Now, my special boy should be around here somewhere. Yeah, are we close? No, moving further away. Closer? No. What the hell? Really? Is it all the way out here? Oh. Fire in the hole. How many food per cycle? I need 2 food per cycle, which would be these 2 here. But how much power is that? That's 5, so I can't let this turn on. I'll let this finish building, I'll turn that off. See, this is what I don't like. I don't like having to juggle power like this. I can turn you off, can't I? Yeah, if I turn that off, then I can turn my EVA airlock on. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn you off. I'm going to turn you on. I'm going to go external. And how much is a solar panel? 10? Absolutely I'm doing that. That gets me an extra 40 power. I want to get as much of this built that I can before the end of the prologue. What? Shock! Eisenberg, get over there. Have a look at this unauthorized access. Ooh, by proceeding beyond this point, you are breaching the terms of your contract with Dolos. Now I got plenty of power to turn you on. And turn you on. Why have you not been built? Oh, because I've got no more. Okay, I can turn all of these on now. And let's just do that. And I've got 30 science. I've got enough science to build something else. Oh, right. We got all this stuff opened up. I don't have enough science for these, though, yet. I want to unlock these so that at least I can plat out my my industrial sector once that's done. None of these upgrades are available. Okay, so we are having food problems now. So this should be enough to cover everything. I'm going to build more insect farms because I want to be building a stockpile of food. Ooh, but I should check how much is this going to cost me? 100. Oh, so I don't want to. Shit. No, it'll be fine. Because once I start dismantling some of these, it'll be
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Tell me what is going on out there, Heisenberg. Naomi Protocol. Create temporary easement. Contact the station. Outer Hope. Tiqqun Station. This is Marduk Council member Rabia Nyakond. You are not authorized to interface with Outer Hope. The purpose of this facility is to allow Dolos to continue with the development of its most highly classified projects, far away from the prying eyes of our competitors and the media conglomerates of Earth. Do you not realize that the whole world is watching you at this moment, and that your presence here could jeopardize this entire operation? I will be filing an official complaint with Vanner himself, unless perhaps you can do something for me that may change my mind? Alright. Send resources? Oh shit. Yeah, oh no, I should be fine. Yeah, I can dismantle some stuff. No problem. Yep. You got it. Now. Yeah, I'm not quite sure where all that iron really came from, to be honest. But I'm not gonna look a gift wealth of iron in the mouth. Oh. Is she going to give me science? If she's going to give me science, I'm going to build some batteries. Oh. Alright, sure. Thank you, Administrator. Now leave. I will ensure Dolos issues a public statement that rationalizes our contact here at the edge of the solar system. I'll placate Venner for now, but you'll need to explain your actions in due course. You might have heard we're working on the next iteration of the Tiqqun, the Protagoras. The Tiqqun operation must succeed if we are to achieve our goal of bringing humanity into a new era. New era. There's foreshadowing. Trust in genetic canadas? Self-similar space will reveal the pattern. Same, literally exact two sentences. Is that like a slogan or something? Whatever. I'm going to bring you back to the Tiqqun.
Warning. A sector is being overworked.
Being overworked, huh? Well, how can we reduce that? The problem with overworking, obviously, maybe it's not obvious, but once we start having accidents start to happen. But once they start, then they kind of pick up pace. Well, I might as well just build the whole engine then. If I'm not going to be able to build batteries, and the first few jumps are short enough that I don't need to power the station during the jump, really. The real problem is when a jump takes so long that people need to eat. Incoming transmission. Just give me a minute. I just want to take care of all this. Hello?
Administrator, because of your continued successful management of the Tiqqun, Dolos have authorized the dispatch of new crew members and food supplies. Please ensure that they have suitable accommodation once you reach Proxima Centauri.
You know we will absolutely do the best that we can. So how many are we expecting? We're expecting 140 food. So, how much do I have housing? How much housing do I have? Got enough housing for 105, and I have 105. Oh. Well, that means I need, what, 6 more? More than 6. This might be permanent, I haven't decided yet. Alright, we don't have enough iron for all of this. I'm going to have to start dismantling stuff. But I am going to have more workers. Yeah, it's sort of embarrassing to have to dismantle stuff that I've already built, but at least it's platted out. Okay, so everybody who's going to be here is already here. So I'm going to build... I'm going to pause you. I got another transmission. Just give me a second to see if I can solve this iron problem that I'm having. Dismantle. Dismantle. See if that's sufficient, and if not, I'll dismantle one of these.
The different phases of preparation.
Oh, you're just gonna go ahead and talk to me.
Verification were successfully completed. You must now start the Vol bonding procedure.
Vol bonding.
Dolos protocols now deem you competent to gather resources, knowledge, and test colonization routines once you reach Proxima Centauri. Before you do so, Vanir Dolos, Marduk Council founder and Dolos CEO, wants to talk to you.
Okay. Well, let me just make sure. That should do it, shouldn't it? Are you kidding me? I need literally one more. Alright.
Hello, Administrator. I'm glad to see that you have managed to complete your assignments in preparation for this unique moment in history. You must understand that this is not simply another chapter in humanity's story. The book of our life on Earth is over, and we stand now at its epilogue. It saddens me to think that there are many who have yet to comprehend the reality of our situation. We've endured endless cycles of war, crisis, and famine. Still, the worst is yet to come. There are others like Dolos who have prepared for this outcome, but most of our kind remain sheltered from the horror of the predicament we find ourselves in. This pale ghost of civilization will wither and die, and with it, the tenets and values of the past. As we prepare to leave this system for the first time, perhaps we must decide which fragments we will pick up and take forward with us. Through Dolos, I am offering mankind an alternative means of survival. The Tiqqun is a tablet upon which we will carve our new history. Do you recognize why I have done all of this? Having foreseen our fate, I became fixated on altering it. I set about fashioning the ropes and tying the knots that would bind together this magnificent ship. It is true that our time in this world is brief, but at least I can rest assured knowing that my legacy will endure for eons. Farewell, Administrator. For the few who stand in the light and the many who dwell in the dark, you carry the fate of us all.
You got it, bud. Alright, so I need to move the Tiqqun to the moon. How are we doing on food? 75%, but we got a bit. Yeah, once we get going. Yeah. Once we wink get to Proxima Centauri, and then we can get some iron going, and we can really. If I didn't know what we were heading into, I would be feeling severely under-resourced right now. But let's just see what it's got in store for us. We got to move us to the moon. So 0.7 cycles. So here we are at the moon. And time to activate the Vol engine and nudge nudge wink wink. Jump to Proxima Centauri. And this is where I'm going to end this video. And we'll pick it up with the jump. Booyah! Thank you so much for watching, folks. I've really been having a lot of fun with this game, and hopefully you are enjoying me playing through it. So let me know what you think, if I've screwed anything up that you've noticed, because I'm not very good at these kinds of games. But yeah, we'll see you in the next one.